I'm back and live. Took care of my bathroom break. Took care of my breakfast. All I do now is to finish taking my pills and we're on again. We're on again. Not much news. I posted this morning. Didn't see it. Vaughn Hilton, as we all know, Stinky will be getting eviction notice. Give you guys a few minutes in here. Sorry for the inner break, but had to use the restroom, had to eat my breakfast, had to get my life going. So give me thumbs up when you see me on here. Yep, nature calls. Plus, I don't eat in front of the camera. My name's not J Dubs or Vaughn Hilton. Every time they're in front of the camera, they gotta be eating something. I wasn't gone long, 15 minutes. Enough to get up and go to the restroom, and yeah, I didn't think so, Todd. Glad you did come back, though. I don't know if I could live without you. Let's give people some time. Let's see what we can find something to talk about today. Hi, Blue. Okay, that'll work. You're on your way to Oklahoma City. Safe trip, Todd. Keep an eye on the road, buddy. I like for you talking to us. I like for you watching, but just be safe. That's all I can say. Because I wish no harm on nobody. But Stinky, prepare. You got eviction notice headed your way. Text to speak is a thing. Yeah. Vaughn Hilton is on a countdown on getting his eviction notice and being evicted. Blue, you ain't seen it yet? The lawyers have filed for eviction notice on Stinky. When they went to court the 5th, he started running his mouth to the lawyer. So the lawyer has now filed for eviction notice. He ain't messing with the frost no more. Now he's fighting with the attorneys. And now he says he's going to put the frost and the attorney in jail for going to kill him or whatever. He's a growing man. It's time to get out there and be a growing man. He can't hide under mommy's wing no more. He's burned all his family bridges. Yeah, the lawyer runs the estate. You're right. The estate wants him gone. With him living there, they're losing money. With him living there, they can't sell it. He can't keep the bills. Attempt to murder. Thank you, Blue. Frost are not doing nothing no more. We control nothing. The estate lawyer controls it all. And he has to go through the judge to take care of it. Blue is a movie star. He's going to have a job. He's going to go see J Dubs. Good morning, coffee. Rebecca, I cannot say nothing on that conversation because I just literally ain't. McDonald's is hiring. McDonald's is always hiring. And guess what? They ain't the only ones. All the way from the gas station, all the way to Family Dollar, Dollar General, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. They're all hiring. Okay, outsider. Honey, when you get up again, can you send me a doctor? Yeah, I've been on for 7 minutes and 40 seconds. I need to have my sponsor come on. Mr. Pepper. Mr. Doctor. I'm sponsoring Mr. Pepper. He's just like my coffee, good to the last drop. Blue, do you play the banjo? Okay, well, that's cool, Blue. Yeah, definitely bring it. If you come to the party, please bring it. Yeah, I know it's not good for me, but I'm gonna die happy. That's all it counts. And plays good. I was just saying because Ronnie Ray and Little Jim play too. I don't know if they play the banjos. I know Ronnie Ray plays the electric, and I think Uncle Jim can play the electric, a regular guitar, the banjo, and a few others.
What's it? I can't think of it.
Millie gets into playing the big old harps.
The trombone? I don't know. That big old thing with the...
That's a harp.
No, I'm not. Okay, maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, Vaughn likes the flute.
What's the trumpet?
Well, Farmer, you can bring them because I sure love to hear them. When they go to lay me to rest, I want my bagpipes playing.
But how can you hear when you're cremated?
You're right, baby. I will, because my ears are good.
Oh, okay.
And I'm serious, people. I am literally trying to start a party there as soon as we get him evicted and off the property, and we can. I am talking to the lawyers. I am talking to Jim and Millie. I am talking to the secretary. You just wish you could be him, outsider. That's not a way to live, outsider, and we both know that. Can they both work? No, he's no. That's we're partying because he is gone. If he's there, he's probably going to end up at the bottom of Lake Alice. Because, I mean, with all you trolls and me and Jim and Ronnie and all of us being there, it'd be a sacrifice. Thank you. I'm glad someone else said that. His life would be sacrificed to his gods. Well, you guys bringing something green. You guys, it better be my kind of green.
Yellow?
Because I don't eat many greens. Wouldn't be hard. Wouldn't be hard at all. Yep, I see that, handyman. Yeah, he see, and that's the point. You know, if he was telling the truth, you don't think if someone called me out that I wouldn't want to go there and front them on this? He's been invited to come to a few of the videos with us on the Frost lineup. He won't get on with me or Ronnie Ray. Okay, that's fine with me. Oh, yeah. Eviction is definitely coming. The lawyers did say it right in to the judge, and the judge already said she's going to sign it. So all he had to do was go down the stairway or down the elevator to the first floor, do the paperwork, take it right back up to the judge, and have her sign it. Yeah, exactly. If you're telling the truth, get on there and put your story out there and tell the truth. you're lying, you're going to hide because you know the people that are there know the truth. That's why he won't go live with me. He won't go live with Ronnie Ray.
Ronnie Ray's on the kind of on the mean side.
No, the Jay, this lawyer don't bluff. He don't play games. He's no nonsense kind of guy. He's already had Vaughn run his mouth 2 or 3 times on him, and I knew sooner or later that it was going to snap. That's why my lawyer and the main lawyer, Alice's lawyer, told me to not say a word when we were in that courthouse about why he was trying to put me in jail. He literally knew the cameras were there. He knew the purpose for the cameras, for I can watch anything and everything happening in his mother's home. If he was giving her pills every day, is he feeding her every day? Is somebody else coming over to her house and stealing from her?
I think the rats did it.
They all knew the cameras were there, but Vaughn said that I put it on YouTube. Well, I didn't put it out on YouTube. I was like a son to her. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think I was like a son. I was a relative. Let's put it that way. I was a relative who was looking out for an elderly lady who needed help, that who had a scumbag son that would not do a thing for her.
I know too.
I could literally right now say my 17-year-old son has did more for Alice than what her own son did. And then he started going around Jay and telling people I had a camera in her bedroom.
That's false.
Who would literally put a camera in a 92-year-old woman's bedroom?
That's false. That never happened.
Do you think I want to watch a 92-year-old woman get dressed and undressed? Hi, Roland. No, thank you, people. He probably would have did. The worst thing of all, he could have went over there and turned the camera around and looked at the numbers on the back of the camera and went home and punched them numbers in on his computer, and he'd been exactly watching everything that I was watching. He could have watched it right along with me and the other person that has the other camera sets. Yeah, he probably does, Jay. Is Joe who our president is? I don't think Russia wants to fight with the U.S. I don't know what's going on out of that. I don't kind of pay attention to it. Nick, I know I cannot comment on none of that. I have to plead the fifth on that at the moment until I get it cleared through the court systems. All I can say is all videos, all, not one, two, or three, all videos for the 2 years that recorded in Miss Alice's house has been turned over to the authorities. I just think they're still investigating everything right now, still. Like he said, with all that stuff that was going on and everything that's been going on, my hobby's getting on here talking to you guys.
Never mind.
I like watching a little bit of TV. I like messing around with HO trains. I do collect some NASCAR
It's
stuff.
a mess.
I just do little odds and ends. I don't do much. My main priority is taking care of my family. What are HO trains? HO is the size of the train, and it's a train set. Some people put them around their Christmas tree. Some people makes whole big towns of them. I have never started looking over my shoulder, goofy kid, and I never will, especially with Vaughn Hilton,
Goofy kid.
because I don't care if he even gets the first hit in. My first hit is I'm taking out the
Adam's apple?
left
Oh,
leg, is it, or the right leg?
I think it's the
I'd
right.
have to look right at him to tell you which leg it is, but one of them legs is real bad.
Yeah, well,
Like I said, I know his weakness. I am not afraid of him at all. They are, but sadly, Alice passed, and the county is so underfunded. They are.
yeah, I think you said the wrong thing, little man.
Yeah, he's weak all over. There you go. Oh, I will. And I just had one of them, Nick. So yeah, is the child support or the eviction going to get him first? I don't know. I hope it gets him one after each other. I hope it happens on. I hope it happens on the same day.
And Daddy, come on. Yeah.
Do I think he's watching the live stream? Probably. Toby probably sent it to him. I hope so. Wait a minute. Let me think. It's only 11:30. He ain't out of bed yet.
Well, tell me the truth, Billy. I haven't spoken to Billy or Sarah very much since the incident. We don't keep in close contact, last I heard.
Well,
Billy had gotten
people,
into a little bit of trouble
I learned something. You got to have a sponsor.
staying with her mom.
And right now, we're still working on my sponsoring
Last I heard.
because, I don't accept money from nobody. I want nothing from nobody. You want to donate $5 to me, go buy yourself a number one Happy Meal from McDonald's and go around the corner. You see a kid there, hand it to him. Tell him God bless him or tell him whatever. Don't be mean. My sponsor this week and this video is hello, Mr. Dr. Pepper. You're always good to the last drop, just like my Folgers and my Maxwell house.
Since fourth grade, and I think have always had a little crush on each other, and
Larry is going to try to record him being evicted.
I think once it happened, and then it was over.
I want to put it on camera if I can. Well, I like that Maxwell house there, Nick. Like I said, we're all different. We all got different taste buds. We all like different kinds of foods. I thought that McDaniel's coffee was nasty.
I thought we were gonna get married. I'm sorry that
Donate to Vaughn, goofy kid.
and not that I'm sorry for what happened, but I'm sorry that it hurt her. But I hear that she's doing well for herself now.
Yeah, it's more for me. Yeah, that's it.
Vaughn, doing good.
Blue, are you talking to me? I'm sorry, I can't do that. Doctor's orders, only me. It's got that certain THC in there that I gotta have certain high dosages of it.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, God. Man.
No pain, no gain. Warning, please do not attempt to perform any of the stunts or activities in this show, as they are dangerous and could lead to
Want to
serious
show it?
injury. Video
If he's a Cold War vet, people, he did all this stuff with the Army and the Marines and the government. You don't think they wouldn't be paying him right now? You don't think he wouldn't be getting a government check
No.
right now?
Oh,
If he
crap.
did all that, he would be getting a government check, people. I'm telling you, I know. I know a lot of people that's been in the service and that are now collecting their checks.
Oh, oh, crap.
Well, I thought you were talking about what I was smoking on. You all know what I smoke on. My painkillers. With the perfect amount of THC just for me.
I thought it was going the exact opposite. Like, you let it settle in, and then you said, "Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't check." But I thought for sure it was going to go, "Oh, I don't like thousands, what it is." Well, yeah, I just don't, I like right now, so.
Putting his lucky Vaughn ain't. Well, he might be pretty soon.
I really love you. Like, look, I can tell you for sure what you know and say. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, love. Thanks, Bill. I thought you were gonna.
Larry, are you really Blue Bear? Vaughn says, "Blue, bye bye, Blue Bear." No, I'm not Blue Bear. I'm Grizzly Bear.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're trying to get wrapped up in, man. I don't know why I got you so uncomfortable right now. You know what I mean? Look, this category right here is dedicated to man crushing, okay? But it's not one day, it's every day because these men are just getting flat. Take a look at man crush every
Boo
day.
Bear. Yeah.
Okay, all this seems safe. All of it. I don't care what it is, it all seems safe. Okay, this board right here.
No,
If we lean other
no. I have an empty bedroom right now, but it ain't gonna be empty here in 5 weeks.
Not empty. I'm sleeping
help this man build his house. Hey, you're gonna save a lot of money. Really, you are.
there.
There we go.
because he's still off to college. He will come home the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh man.
And after Thanksgiving, he will go back for a week. The second week of December, he comes home and will not go back to the end of January. And then he's there all the way until May when he graduates for the second year. I ruined Vaughn's life. A room is the least you could do for him. I would not give him a room if it was inside my dog's house. There might be one in Manchester, but I'm not going to say there really is because I don't know. Yeah, there is a hotel in Manchester. $250 might get him 2 days in it. I don't have a heart, Frank. They literally took it out and repaired it. Yes, that is Mrs. Frost laughing.
I'm sorry.
You're fine, honey. She's sitting here watching Ridiculous. Four aces. If you're going to talk about it, let's tell the right amount. 11 million. No, it was over 25 million because I gave 25 million for the Pennsylvania Mint, and I'm still living off that money. I ain't even started printing my own money yet, except them new pennies that I had to pay all my trolls with, or not my trolls, but Vaughn's trolls. Miss Parker got her new penny.
You're on TV.
Grumpy Lobster got his new penny. The lawyers and the prosecutors and the judges all got their new pennies. Is it the outhouse? Weather guy?
It's like this.
He don't know how to hunt and fish. Y'all have to teach him.
Oh, that didn't work out. Oh, no, my God.
I think I got this Dr. Pepper sponsorship. I think I'm picking that up from Grumpy. I think Grumpy's trying to get me to start my little commercials. You know how people have commercials and Grumpy had them. You'd have to be a two-hoe outhouse for Vaughn. Yeah, you sure would. Yeah, if he's did that many years in the service, he should be able to live out in Canada, living in the woods, huh? I like that, Jay.
Don't growl at me.
Maybe I wasn't growling at you. I was just rolling over, getting that pillow in the right place. I'm working on it, handyman. I've definitely started drinking a lot more water, only because the doctor ordered it, because he's got meds in it. So I got to take them every single day. Personally, I don't want to say with my wife here, I don't really care how long I live.
Hey,
I've accomplished what I wanted in life. I wanted to accomplish having some boys carrying my name, and hopefully they become better men than what I was. No, the renters have all quit paying rent. So that means there's no money being put into the estate at the moment. But they're thinking the same way I'm thinking. If you're not getting no work done on my property, then I am not going to pay rent. Yeah, he could probably get into a woman's shelter
uh,
if there's one down here. Vaughn has not paid rent in 30 something years. He's never paid rent down here. Ever. Even when he had Andrea's money and Jerry's money and the welfare all money coming in, he still didn't give his mom a penny. He still let his mom pay the bills. Well, there ain't nobody that's living in none of Alice's houses right now that says that they are fully paid up on rent. Because I know none of them are, not even me. Do I have the payments? Yes, I still have the payments sitting right there. They're in an envelope with the month on it and how much is in the envelope and what it's for. And when they start coming in here and cleaning up my trailer and having my gravel road, my driveway graveled back up again because the weather washed it out of here. Once they get it graveled, they can have their rent. When I get gutters on my trailer, they can have their rent.
I want the air conditioner fixed.
When my central air gets fixed, they can have their rent. I am not going to rent from those slumlords. If you're a slumlord, then I will move out and find me another place. Oh, he just got off the computer and then he went live and said that he's going to now put the Frost in jail for attempt to murder and he's going to put the lawyer in jail for attempt to murder. Did Todd pay his rent? I doubt it. Well, four aces, I mean, it matters. I mean, $300 a month is $300 a month. Mine probably needs $1,000 worth of work. Carlos probably could use about $800 to $1,000 of work. The other one probably could use another $1,000 of work. At $300 a shot, that's still $3,600 a year. So the estate will still be making money. I don't know. Somebody said that you paid it, so That not NOTGNAR said you paid it.
You block it. I can't. Look. Two people on two different sides of how we should approach this.
Yeah, that's it. He wants to walk in there and says he's going to sue them all.
Feel it the painful way. Take a look at see no pain, hear no pain, speak no pain.
Oh, Todd's always paying his rent, Jay says. So Todd and Vaughn are buddies, huh? Todd's just throwing us for Vaughn. Todd pays Larry's rent? No. Larry pays Larry's rent.
Oh, geez. Oh, you're gonna feel that in the morning, dude.
I just love, like, why would you go to the camera first?
I know, weather guy.
Oh,
I'm just reading what the other people are saying. Like I said, we know who's who. Larry's been around long enough to
oh.
get the updates on people. I have 2 or 3 good friends on here that I do know, not personally, but literally sitting on the phone and talking to them for hours on end. You kind of get to know people, and they fill me on who's good, who's bad, who talks shit, who don't, who trolls, who don't.
Are you smoking that crap? Yeah.
Yes, baby, I'm getting my morning THC.
You don't know? You don't know? So what are you doing? Who?
Todd is a heart of gold. Todd pays Todd. Yeah, that's what Todd's supposed to do. When's the last time Vaughn left his mobile home for a day? Probably 30 years. Oh, probably. I would probably say the day that his mother-in-law took him off to the Golden Corral. Probably been the last day he's left his house.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Weather guy, country folks can sure talk. I'm not country. Sorry to tell you, I'm not country. I might have been living here for 15 years, but there's no country in me. I was born and raised in a city, a big city.
I can tell you something.
Yeah, Jay, he has never been up to his mom's grave yet, site yet. He's not even seen her tombstone. I know, I know. No, I'm not no little village boy. I was which city? Toledo, Ohio. That's there you go. I've been adopted by what? The hillbillies? My ancestors were. I mean, we got a few ancestors born right here in Clay County, Kentucky. And then we got them down Tennessee, Virginia.
which means you're kind of okay.
I just like to talk. I'm out here in the boonies. I don't get to see nobody. We don't talk to too many people. The only time we see anybody is when we go out of the house and go to the carry out because we're out of bread or we're out of something. And then we go right back home. I ain't got gas money to be driving all over Kentucky. I didn't get a dad that left me 2 million in inheritance.
This winter, make sure your tires are ready for adventure.
No, he is definitely not going to get the kids back.
Cooper tires and get one free.
And Farmer, if he does, I will file charges against Children's Services for child endangerment.
With an Invisalign smile, everything clicks. And that class reunion becomes
Come on, this ain't one time, two time, or even three times them kids been took, guys. 13 times. Richard, it's up for sale. It will be up for sale if you don't throw it in that truck and get out of there before the cops throw him out. I will see if my wife and Marcia would want to go in there fully masked and geared and just snap pictures and try to pick it up and make sure it don't fall apart and bring it out so it can get a little bit of fresh air before you buy it. Exact 13 times, people. Hey, Frank, if he takes it, he takes it. I ain't going to say whatever he can take. It ain't none of my business. I'm going to be sitting about 50 yards, 60 yards away from him trying to film the cops throwing his ass out. I think our closest zoo would be like Lexington or Richmond.
She's having really strange dreams right now. Oh God, don't test him. Don't test him.
There ain't no pandas down here, Frank.
Landed perfectly on the nightstand. Look at the phone. Look at the phone. It flips 3 times.
You must have heard that from Stinky. Because he's the one that sees all this shit. None against you, little green or little gray alien. I believe you're real, buddy, but I just don't believe he missed the shot. Can't hit a 3-foot target moving. Is Alice's property right behind the church? 1 acre is, yes. That is a 1 acre piece of lot. But that don't go with the 167 acres. Well, Richard, he says he's a crack shot. Then how come he missed little gray alien? He told me one time he can outshoot my dad, and I took every penny out of my pocket and told him I bet he can't. He didn't have no money to do no betting. I think most of it's already out on videos. And 4 acres, that'll take me a few days to get all that together. I ain't gonna I am not taking and walking the whole property. That's a lot of walking. Like I said, she owns a house and a trailer on about almost 1 acre. She owns this place I'm in, which is a half acre, maybe 0.8 acres is what it says on the deed. I know. I was a power of attorney. I got to look at it. Okay, well, see, and he missed gray alien, so I think they make more money if they list it. Me, I think I'd rather have it in the auction. I literally would have to think about that for a minute. What do I think the 160 acres, 167 acres, Alice's trailer, Irvy's trailer, a live gas well on it right now. I don't know. Her home's worth 30. Her home is personally. Irvy's, I would say, is not worth shit. The land's got to be worth maybe $10,000 an acre. I mean, there's all new trees still on there. None of them trees has ever been cut down, people. You put somebody that likes to buy them trees in there, they think they're in heaven. A lot of oak, hickory, walnuts. There's all kinds of trees up in there. Big fat ones, big tall ones. I don't know about millions, but natural gas can dry up, and it hurts you if it does. Because then literally you have to take everything in your home and change it over. And it's not real expensive, but it ain't cheap neither. I know because I know somebody that just had to do it 2 years ago. That's what they went to, too. They went to the propane. Yeah, I agree with you. He's lucky he getting that. Because if I could have did anything about it, he wouldn't be getting a penny. If Jim would have had something to do about it, he wouldn't be getting a penny. That shows you how much we both hate him right now. We are tired of him running his mouth on us.
This category is apocalyptic. Take a look at Is This the End? Okay, what is it? It's raining rocks! What kind of hell is this? This is actual hell. This is pathway to hell. What kind of hell is it like?
No, Jay, because I think they're just going to literally burn it or just crush it and have a truck come in there and they'll load it on the back of a truck and take it to the scrapyard and cut it all up.
These are not birds. These are birds. You're making me sad.
I don't know. I have no idea how they would do that or what they would do, but literally that's what I would do.
Are these birds talking to the sky? Honey, open wide. Honey, let me see something y'all don't see. Weird stuff going on.
I'd crash the trailer down, leave it all on that frame, pick the frame and all up and put it on the semi truck and take it out of here.
It's just jump something. Imagine getting caught in this chaos. You're just running and just to go. What's going on, man? Shoot! Bam, just run. Fire, actually.
It's tunnel.
Yeah, there's smoke over there.
Truth. He was supposed to be my brother.
Well, they can slander or whatever about me. I really don't give a care. Don't bother me one fucking bit. You notice I don't do them. I just put the truth out there. And I don't know if you've also heard me call J Dubs out. I'll say it again, J Dubs. You got a problem with me? Well, I live in the state of Kentucky. You live in New York, as I've already know where it's at. I can't meet you, but if you have a problem with me, I have a brother who is in New York City who will meet you.
Yeah, but he has a baby.
Him having a baby ain't gonna have nothing to do with a baby. I don't care if he's got 10 babies. They don't either. I'm just saying, J Dubs, you want to fight? Nah, he'll meet you. Vaughn Hilton, you're right here in the same town with me, boy. You got a problem with me? Come and see me. Hear me, James? I live in the same city. We're 3 miles apart. You got a problem with me? Meet me at Oneida Park.
I know there's something shady going on.
I will literally get out of my wheelchair and beat your ass. And then I will go sit back down in my wheelchair and light up my joint. People, I know people around the world now because I have went YouTube video live and I got people around the world. But I do have a lot of family in the United States. I mean, like Todd said, we already know my generation goes back into the 1500s here in the United States.
He's an inside salesman. So, he just started working in Dallas. We actually see him for work.
Hey, take it easy. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully, you give me a thumbs up before you leave.
About like 30 minutes, 40
You're
minutes.
welcome to come and see me anytime. I'm usually on in the mornings.
He's locking his phone.
Well, it's morning to me, and it could be evenings to you.
Tells me he has a lock on his phone due to security purposes. But
Yep, because you're from England. Hey, we got family from there. I mean, back in the generations, it does say England in the books.
his phone rings and he's like in the other room.
keep me in touch. I keep you in touch with that name I'm looking at, and you might be able to dig out some stuff for me. I'd like to see how many cousins I got living over that area.
I've been through hell in past relationships before I got with him, and he knows me.
You know, people, the world got bigger because there was more people being born.
Um,
We had to make room. The Russians and all them were over there, and they were taking over, and we wanted to start a free world.
I just been through so
And
much,
that's how the United States got started, what I understood.
and he knows that.
But first of all, they had to come over here and eliminate all the Indians.
A 5-year-old daughter. And if I keep letting these men come into my life, disrespecting me, doing me any kind of way, then she's gonna feel like, oh yeah, it's okay for a man to dog me
I don't know,
or
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know how that shit
sleep with
happens.
other women. No, it's not okay, and I'm not gonna show my daughter that it's okay because I don't want a man to come in her life and do her like that.
You know, where did the Indians come from?
Page 26. A salesman suspected of giving an exclusive gift to special clients. Investigation day 3.
No, it's not on Craigslist.
Every matters. Cheaters Intelligence dispatches a team
4 acres.
to the suspect's workplace. Upon arrival, all seems quiet until the suspect, Oliver Embry, emerges from his newly acquired employment. Embry enters his vehicle
Toby,
and
that would be
escorts
cool.
a nearby gentleman
If he is full blooded Indian, that would be cool.
and remains inside for almost an hour. Upon exiting,
Hi, Dragon
Embry
Jim.
is found astray.
And Toby, do you know which
Parking lot. The two enter Embry's
bloodline
automobile and start
Indian? Because
talking
there's
as
like
the
a
suspect
few different brands of Indians.
positions for a better vantage point. The figures of Embry and his
There was the
companion
good, friendly ones, and then there was the ones that wanted to scalp your head off every time they seen a white
the
man.
suspect's companion exits his vehicle for her home. The two pull out of the parking lot together, but separate on the road, with Embry returning to finish his workday. Investigation day 5.
Yeah,
Police
okay.
officers return to the suspect's workplace and form a perimeter. As lunchtime approaches, Embry exits the building and slips into his car. Mobile units track the suspect to the familiar stretch of road
I mean, I'm
leading
not
to his
saying there
vehicle.
ain't no full blooded Indians still left. There might be.
Embry waits as his friendly female companion comes out and
But you
tries to calm
literally
the
would have to
situation.
probably go into one of
Embry
the
insists before they proceed,
Indian
the couple is
tribes
tracked to a nearby eatery where they take a
and
break.
check with them
Embry and
people.
his companion, now identified
Because
as
that's where
Vaughn
they've
and
all
Vaughn,
stuck together and they're
made
trying to
their
start
exit
their
from the
own little
scene.
community back up again.
They wrap up what's left of their lunch and return to the suspect's car. Ever the gentleman, Embry opens the door for his fire-haired lady and returns her to the cabaret. They kiss goodbye. India sets her doggy bag in her car, and Embry returns to work for the rest of the day. Investigation day 6. With all eyes once again focused on suspect Embry's workplace, his pattern of lunchtime trysts does not recur on this day. Perimeter units do, however, notice Embry leaving work an hour and a half early. Unsure of his destination, agents stay close behind the subject as he twists and turns down side streets, eventually arriving at an unknown apartment complex. Embry parks his car and walks toward the building India waits in front of. India ushers her bulging bow up some stairs and into one of the units. Detectives can only surmise what activities are taking place behind the closed door. Almost an hour passes before movement is spotted, and the couple make their way to the ground floor. Embry's skills at selling are on display in this recorded phone call with Vaughn.
I've been calling you all day. That's how you gonna finish Christmas shopping today.
No, they were booted from their land and given a small piece of trash. They didn't care to be there.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I love you. I love you too. I'll see you in there. Tonight.
With proof of Embry's double dealings fully fully documented, agents returned to headquarters and began preparation of the case for Keon's analysis.
I don't know, Toby. They don't get money.
The confrontation.
Now, the first celeb reality social experiment is back. And bigger than ever. That's why I'm on the golf super.
I mean, do the Indians still hunt for their food?
Trump, one rib with a sweetly cooked. The realer than ever.
I seen my wife had to go play a game that night. We've all seen Dennis Rodman's dog.
The Surreal Life premieres Monday, October 24th on VH1.
Yeah, native hunts, exactly. Well, they got to eat. They got to eat.
Well, because
Whoa.
Then we need to figure something out to kill the ticks.
Hey,
Yes, dear.
do we have any more $1 bills that you know of?
No, I don't think we do, to be honest.
Okay.
Why? What do you got?
Detroit style back at Pizza Hut, just $12.99. You are in trouble. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Yeah, if they're killing the animals, though, we don't want them nowhere near the north or even the south.
To Sunday. So, like, what do Pop-Tarts do here? Yeah, that feels right.
We need to figure something out how to get rid of them, period.
It's Hallows Eve. Lovesacks don't take you and your witches. A front row seat to save. Lovesack sectionals can be upgraded with surround sound by Harman Kardon and wireless charging. Hickman's.
It's the Sanderson sisters.
I bet you look over the stage.
Oh, man.
Disney's Hocus Pocus 2 now streaming only on Disney Plus. Rated PG. Don't just hear it. Feel it. At a Lovesack show near you.
Well, sooner or later, yeah. But are there any in cap? Is there any of them that is in a zoo somewhere right now, though?
Lisa here has had many jobs. She's worked in retail during the holidays.
I don't see how they can blame the Native American. That's what we left them to eat.
Now, all that experience has led her to a job that feels like home. With Homestead, you too could become a caregiver to
They were raised and grew up that way. That's what they know.
apply today.
You know, and they probably don't use guns. They probably use bow and arrows. When they go fishing, they go to the creeks with spears, not with a fishing pole.
After confirming Oliver's breach of fidelity, Cheaters notifies Keon about the indecent indiscretions.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that,
Keon braves the
Roland. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't see why we don't try to make some kind of something up to kill these things.
Our investigators have some
What are they good for?
I feel that it's very important for you to say. Are you prepared to see that now?
Okay, farmer, later. Oh, you did still stay. Yeah, he plays the banjo.
Let's go there. Keon, on this afternoon, our detectives were outside of Oliver's place of employment.
27 viewers, 27 thumbs up. Doing pretty good for a double shot today.
He goes inside.
Double shot Saturday, should we call it?
After a short time,
I got on and did about an hour and a half, 2 hours so. shut off for a 15-minute, 20-minute break, ate breakfast, did what I had to do, turned her back on. Just getting on there and letting everyone know the way it's heard. I seen Vaughn put a video out there that the lawyer threatened to give him eviction notice. I talked to a good source, and they said yes, the eviction notice is being sent to him. Our eviction notices, I don't think, go by mail. They go by the police officers, the courthouse. They will serve him them papers. James, strike one, strike two, strike three. You're out of there. You were so smart with your 2-year degree and your 12 years in the service, and all your life you've been Mr. Wonderful. Well, you already struck three in the last 12 years, so I don't think you ain't nothing, buddy. You didn't know how to treat your wife. You didn't know how to treat your kids. You didn't know how to take care of you know who. You can't even take care of yourself, James. We got a video of you wearing the same shirt for 106 days. At least I don't wear a shirt, James. You got a big surprise coming to you, James. Sorry, cuz. Even though we're not family, you know. Sorry. You know, you kind of put yourself into it all along. Jim has never raised his hands and said this property will be mine. Stinky, I was standing right there with you. You are the one who raised your hands and said this will all be mine as soon as my mom passes. The next sentence out of your damn mouth is, I will sell it all and get the hell out of here because nobody likes me in Hamilton, or nobody likes me here. Everybody around me don't like me. I'm moving. I'm selling everything. I literally looked at you and told you that'd be stupid, James. It's a beautiful piece of property. Why would you want to sell it? You could retire here the rest of your life. Why would you want to sell it? You could fish, you can hunt. You got a natural gas line that'll keep you warm all winter long. Run your whole house if you make it. James, you couldn't do nothing right, buddy. You've been trying all your life and you still ain't doing nothing right. You're getting yourself in debt now, in bad trouble, because now you got child support coming after you. You now have a eviction notice coming towards you. You know, you got court coming up about the kids again here shortly. You know it's all coming up, and you're not doing a damn thing about it. You're telling people, oh, I'm going to fill out the paperwork. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You never do it, James. Hello? How does people know about you, James? Because you get on here and tell people. You get on here and say something, James. These 20 people or 27 people that are watching me is watching what I'm saying. And if they don't agree, they can send that little clip over to one of their friends and they can talk about me. I don't care. My story ain't changed.
Breakfast wants you back.
He's making electric couches.
Meat and cheese. Just
Yeah.
for a hot scramble in less than 2 minutes to get those warm, fuzzy feelings again. Take breakfast back. Find it in the egg aisle.
You better think of an electric over the roof of his head.
I've been expecting your call. Will I get approved for this new credit card? Listen to it. Just use Credit Karma.
That wouldn't surprise me, Toy. That would not surprise me one bit.
Find your next credit card on Credit Karma.
This season,
He steals everything from everybody.
for you, we got to bring your call. Welcome to the challenge. Ride or die.
You know, wasn't there a story out there that he was a tanker? He never made it that far. 9 months, you ain't even in a tank yet. You still got another 4 months to go before you can enter the tank zones. Any of you guys ever been a tanker? No, there's no Vaughn on ours at all, handyman. Not even on his. I know, he just puts it there. Because there's a lot of James Hiltons down here, he says. Well, we can run them magnets on the bottom of the Lake Alice the day we're having the party. Hell, we'll have a couple people cooking and a couple people drinking and a couple people dragging some magnets through the pond. Ain't gonna take long. I can probably go through the whole thing in an hour by myself. You got the right magnet. I got a real fishing pole. No, I've never seen him do drugs or drink. Later, farmer in the cell. 32 viewers, 30 thumbs up. If you ain't thumbs up me, thumbs up me. Even though I'm really sitting pretty good right now. I did get 64, I think it was, earlier today. I'm doing a double shot Saturday. Boy, I wish I could talk to a Stinky or J Dubs or someone. Anybody gonna go live tonight or today? Anyone get any notices that your partners are going live? Or is Todd over there already on live on me? Like I said, I don't care. He's a good guy to me. He ain't did nothing wrong to me. He ain't never said anything, to get me fired up. I mean, we've had disagreements. I have disagreements with half of you out there. I don't care if we agree on it or not. Your opinion's your opinion. My opinion's my opinion.
But it does things other phones can't do, which is how it takes stunning
If you
photos.
prove my opinion's wrong, then show it to me. I'll do what I can do, look at it and try to read it. If it's got sensible words, small words that a sixth grader can understand, then I will read it and say, well, I'm sorry. I appreciate the information that helps my brain a little bit. So does that mean I can move to a seventh grader after I read it? I hope. Told you, honey. I like. Hey, if they want to play, we play. I got to do something. I'm bored.
We'll get up and clean.
No, I don't wanna.
Then quit your bitching.
I'm not bitching.
Then whatever you're doing, stop it.
It's time to turn it up. Exhibitionist stretch and strengthen mascara.
Yeah, he's just a troll.
Attention effect.
Can, honey, can I open this? Please?
Yes.
Exhibitionist mascara from CoverGirl.
Well, I mean, I don't know what he is. I don't really know the guy. I see him on with Stinky all the time. But that's if he's gonna call out any of the frost, then we can help him with his problem.
Where's my ring?
Baby, I have no idea where you took your ring off
I
at.
took them there. Took them off.
Was you doing dishes? They could be in the kitchen.
No, they're in there.
Okay. As you can tell, my wife lit up the bedroom. Ain't been up to much, just letting people know Stinky is gonna be getting an eviction notice. Well, I didn't know that, handyman, so thank you. So that, I mean, I can't say Miss Alice hated Irvy,
She didn't.
Stinky, because it was her own son. But she didn't like the way she was being treated. The respect, he never gave her any. He never cared about her, to be honest with you. Word toy, there's only a couple things he can do. Try to fight it, which ain't going to help him, because they're still going to go out there and put him out. When they say, your time's up and you're supposed to be out by this time, and they go back there and he's still there, they're literally going to walk in there. They're going to take a couple guys in there. Everything's going to be set out to the curb of the road, and they're going to tell Irby to start walking. He says, I ain't walking. They're going to say, okay, turn around. Clip, clip, going to the county jail you are.
Services.
4 acres. I do not know when the ductwork is going to be fixed under Vaughn's trailer or if it even is going to be fixed.
Bubble bath. At WeBuyAnyCar.com, selling your vehicle is always fast and fair. And a nice pedicure.
All done.
Don't trade in or sell by yourself. Go to
You're
WeBuyAnyCar.com.
talking Grumpy Lobster. Yes, I know who Grumpy Lobster is. No, I don't think he had custody of Jerry. Jerry's with his sister. They're all three in the same foster home or the guardian parents. They do not want to split them up. They're trying to keep them all three together because it was a little package deal.
We're here to see some ghosts.
I saw some ghosts.
It's showtime.
That's so stupid.
It's not stupid, Barbara. We're ghosts. Moan louder.
Okay.
Who you talking about, handyman? Oh, I know it's smelling rough. Oh, okay.
Oh, Dan, it's you.
Oh, hi, yes, sir.
I thought it was a drugstore.
Oh, are you sick?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I feel great. Just ordered some more vitamins and stuff. I was just exercising.
Yeah, I don't pay much attention to him unless he's on with Vaughn and they're running their mouths on me. I don't.
For mineral water?
Oh, I'd really like to, Lewis, but I have to go to office now. Excuse me.
No sweat. I'll take a rain check on that. I always have plenty of low sodium mineral water and other nutritious foods in the house, but you already know that.
Yeah, I know that.
Listen, that reminds me. I'm having a big party for all my clients. It's my 4th anniversary.
Yeah, people, I don't do much. I lay around, watch TV,
Stop by, being that you're my neighbor and all.
Thank you.
buy stuff offline.
Listen, that reminds me. You shouldn't leave your TV on so loud when you go out. Creep down the hall, phone the manager.
That's strange. I didn't realize I left it on.
Oh yeah.
No, he quit delivering to him because Vaughn has no money.
So you know what I did?
His food stamps got cut. Remember, the kids are gone.
TV said something wrong with it.
And they found out that the kids were gone and they finally took the stamps away from me.
I'm gonna have a shower. Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
I don't even have to be me for 5 minutes. My brother's right there in New York.
You or any of your
5 minutes in the city park. Ain't that New York City?
yes, then don't wait another minute.
Ain't that where there's supposed to be a nice big park right there?
Our courteous and efficient staff is on call 24 hours a day to serve all your supernatural elimination needs.
How about we pick the middle of the park?
Believe you.
Tell him to be there. Yeah. He's upstate New York. Okay. I don't think my brother complained a little too bad. He has to take a little trip for his brother. I mean, you don't call on them too often, so they got their lives, we got ours. Happy Saturday to all. Even though Nate tried driving me crazy saying it was Friday. Maybe for Nate it was Friday, but for me it's Saturday.
You can't park that here.
You know, my wife's kind of getting away with the TV right now because I'm live. If I wasn't live, people, I would be watching football right now. College football is running right now. I don't even know who's playing yet.
Jane, any calls?
No,
Any messages?
no.
Well, like I said, if it was me, I'd load up everything I want in that little black truck, take that 250 the estate gives me. I wouldn't pay none of my bills, and I would put it in that gas tank and drive it as far away as I can get from here.
Sorry about the Buckeyes thing. I'll be in my office.
Because if he ain't gone before the eviction notice comes out, and he ain't gone before they come to evict him, they could take the truck and off.
That's a green light too.
He won't be loading the truck up and taking something and going to beg somebody for a place to live. He won't have a vehicle. So he'll be walking and carrying it on his back instead of in the back of the truck.
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
No, I don't think you would want to bring Jason to my house. No.
Why not?
Because Jason likes to hit on kids, and I'd have to hit on
Oh,
him.
hell no. Don't bring him here.
Oh, excuse me. This is the Ghostbusters office.
Yes, it is. Can I help you?
I don't have an appointment.
No, there's no temporaries. No. Hey, Vaughn might be going up there. Then maybe Vaughn and them can get together and get their own place.
I don't know. What I have to say may sound a little unusual.
Oh, that's all we get day in, day out around this place. Come into my office, miss.
Barrett, Dana Barrett. And this voice said, Zool. And then I slammed the refrigerator door and I left. That was 2 days ago, and I haven't been back to my apartment.
Generally, you don't see that kind of behavior in nature plants.
Well, handyman, I hope somebody's recording it and catching it.
The young one
Because I know I can't get on Odyssey.
she thinks she is.
Well, of course I'm telling the truth. Who would make up a story like that?
Some are people who just want attention. Others just nutballs who come in off the street. You know what it could be? Past life experience intruding on present time. Could be race memory stored in the collective unconscious. Wouldn't rule out clairvoyance or telepathic contact either.
I don't believe in any of those things.
Well, that's all right. I don't either. But there are some things we do, standard procedures in a case like this, which often bring us results. Well, I could go to Hall of Records and check out the structural details in the building. Maybe the building itself has a history of psychic turbulence. Right.
Yeah, see, he don't know what to do. He's confused. But this is a college grad. This is somebody that went to the services for the country for 12 so years. But he don't know how to make a phone call. Oh, he ain't got a phone because he didn't pay the phone bill. I'll tell you all the truth. It's the internet. He's addicted to the internet. He can't stay off of it.
I think so are you.
No, baby, I'm not addicted to it. There's been days that I have not got on. I think
Yeah, no, but
last week I didn't get on 3 days in 1 week.
okay, just talk to your friends and I'll shut up. And
Vaughn says he's going to be president now and throwing off all the frost from the land. Yeah. Yeah. Well, before he does that, he better figure out one thing. The Frosts were here before the Hiltons.
It's technical. It's one of our little cars.
Or as he calls himself, Vaughn Hiltons.
That's the bedroom, but nothing ever happened in there.
Hell, I've been here longer than his Vaughn Hilton. Because as we already found out, there's no Vaughn Hilton in his family tree. It says Hilton.
You're more like a game show host.
So Vaughn Hilton didn't come up until after he changed his name. Well, hell, I was already born. My Frost family was already here. Later, handyman. Nice talking to you. You know, we'll have to get together sometime and talk on Facebook. Since you do play with that ancestries a lot, you might be able to help me on a couple of things.
Dr. Beckman, you've come all this way. Would you like to check the refrigerator?
Go check the fridge.
Don't work too hard. Take care of yourself.
Oh my God. Look at all the junk food.
Oh, damn it. Look, this wasn't
You actually eat this
Look,
stuff?
this wasn't here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's
And there was
a lot of James Hiltons.
flames coming out of it, and there were creatures riding around it. They were growling and snarling. And there were flames, and I heard a voice say Zool. It
sure there are no animals in there.
Well, don't most presidents have to have money? Or people running for the president seat have to have money?
That makes me feel so much better.
Let me tell you something about myself. I come home from work to my place.
I definitely will. Thank you, handyman.
Nothing else in my life. I meet you, and I say, my God, there's someone with the same.
You know, in that category, if he's going to run for president, so am I.
You want to go for broke?
I got more wisdom than him.
I am madly in love.
I got more smarts than him.
Please leave.
And then she threw me out of her life.
There probably is a couple things he's smarter in than me.
Probably wasn't the first.
But then there's things that I'm smarter on than him.
No.
I've got it.
No.
I'll prove myself to you.
It's not necessary.
Yeah, I'll solve your little problem.
Okay.
And then you'll say, Pete Binkman's a guy who can get things done.
Right.
I wonder what makes him tick.
Yeah, he just puts his name in there. I wish it was that easy.
I'll bet you're going to be thinking about me after I'm gone.
I thought about that one time, people. They ought to give a American citizen the president's seat for a while. Not somebody that we're all electing up there.
I was scared of this before.
Your generation's been here for years and years and years. And they know who we all are. We all live under a thing called a Social Security card. That keeps track of you no matter where you're at or where you're going. When you're working and you give them that number, they're taking money out of you every month. So they know exactly where you're working, how much you make, pretty close to exactly where you live.
Anyone go. It's snack pretty much anywhere. That's boss level snacking right there.
That's too much gas to waste on him. Sorry, 4 acres. Like I said, I'm not wasting no money on his punk ass. He screwed himself when he burnt my bridge because I could have helped him a lot. If we could have got along and he could have listened to what I wanted done and did what I told him to do, we'd been all right. He'd still be living there. He still would not be really worried about anything. But he ran his mouth. He ran them jaws a little too much. I got tired of it. Homeless down by the river, exactly what he's going to be. He's going to be standing on the corner of Crane Creek and 11 begging for money.
Nature Valley has donated over $8 million to help preserve our national parks. If life happens,
And then on the first of the month, he's going to have to beg someone to drive him to town to get his $250.
Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop Plop Fizz Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Flu Relief.
I think the first thing he should do with his $250 is get himself a post office box. That way he can still get his checks. Because if you don't get himself a post office box, he might not get a check because he has no address to send it to. They're not going to send it to the bank. The bank wants them to send it to them. They want their money.
this year, Prime members get holiday deals before anyone
I heard he overdrawed on his account and they're after him for that too.
early access sale on October 11th and 12th.
I don't think he's got a sleeping bag.
Tap water. Back up.
Well, because
Whoa.
No, he don't, Rubber. I think I read it right. Rubber Wilbur. Yeah, but Toy, there's one problem. He's too stupid to fill out the paperwork.
Daddy,
Honey, be for real.
I don't like talking like that because I
I'm
don't
sorry,
like
I'm just being for real. You know me, I like to be truthful to people.
I know, but
I don't like to lie to people. I mean,
I didn't tell you to lie. I just
he would not have got Jerry's check if it wasn't for somebody else. He would have not have got welfare for the girls if it wasn't for somebody else. Oh, you could tell the lies? Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I know who filled the paperwork out. Yeah, I seen that, Blue. I just can't go over there. And if I leave here, is there somebody recording it? Like, are you recording it, Blue, where I can get in on it? Is there somebody else watching it that's posting it for I can try to watch? I'd hate to shut mine off and not be able to go over there and see that one. Or do I just keep broadcasting and when he's done, someone will post it out to me?
just start.
Your first and only customer. I'm going to need to draw some petty cash. You should take her out to dinner. We don't want to lose her. This magnificent face here represents the last of the petty cash.
Hello, Maggie.
Slow down. Chew your food.
Hello, Ghostbusters. Yes, of course they're serious.
Vaughn Hilton News Network.
You do? You have? No kidding. Uh-huh. Well, just give me the address. Yes, of course. Oh, they'll be totally discreet. Thank you. We got one!
Yeah, I don't want to watch something that's years old.
See,
I want to see what he's posting lives. 'Cause I want to hear what's going on. I want to see if they served him with his uh, eviction notice. Because, I mean, only problem's today's Saturday, so I doubt it. Personally, I think he'll probably get it like Wednesday maybe or so. So let's give it to Wednesday of next week and see what happens. I mean, I'd watch Monday and Tuesday. Don't leave me wrong. Watch Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday probably. I mean, I know the way how long the system takes to get running through it and doing this and that, and
Yes, sir. Don't worry. We handle this kind of thing all
think
the
they're
time.
gonna ask him to come to court to serve the eviction notice. Telling me he has a certain amount of time to move. He's not gonna show up for that. So they're just going to come out and give him another one and they're going to throw him out that time.
That's gonna be some cockroach. Bite your head off.
Well,
Going up.
they can use it for anything they want to. Mirror. I have no idea the reason they are saying that they're going to throw him out. I wasn't at the courthouse. I wasn't involved in it. I just got the aftershock from them, is what I would call it, because I heard it from both sides. Well, at least one side, and I seen the video that Vaughn put out himself saying that the lawyer is going to give him a eviction notice. So I called somebody and asked somebody about it, and they said, "Oh yes, that did happen." So are they going to evict him for the rent? I don't know. I doubt it because no one's really been complaining to him about rent. But I don't know because if the tenants are not paying rent, then we all will get eviction notices. If none of us is paying rent, we all can be evicted or at least get a notice. And I've already put my notice in that, hey, you want your rent? I got your rent. I need a gravel driveway put in to make this property livable. I need my central air unit fixed. I need gutters on my trailer. You start getting that stuff done, and I will start giving you my rent money. I am not going to live in no rundown piece of junk home.
There's a rat that chewing on. Oh,
You know, that's in Ohio, we called it putting it in escrow or something like that. I mean, Kentucky has to have something they call down here. Yeah, Vaughn, your gods have failed you. So, is the properties going up for sale? I have no idea what they are doing with them yet. I don't even think they know what they want to do with them yet. I mean, in my book, in my eyes, personally, it should be, I think they should be waiting to find out if these kids are adopted out to these foster parents. If these foster parents become their legal guardian, the one who's going to raise them the rest of their lives until they're 21 years of age, until they get this check, then they should control it. They should not really control it, but to keep the money there, leave it there in case of emergency. They would happen to need something of it. You know, like I said, one of the girls is going to be 18 years old here in 4 or 5 years. If she wants to go to college and she wants to use her 33.3% of her money, all the money in there, she gets 33.3%. If she wants to use that to go to college, I think they should be able to pull it out and let her go to college. Or not even pull it out, but make it where it automatically comes out of that account and is paying for that girl's college tuition. Does that kind of make sense? Somebody asked me, what do I think all of it's worth? I don't know. I'm going to say Alice is probably worth about 135. Mine, probably 20,000. The other one, maybe 30,000. The 1 acre, $1,000. I mean, I don't know what some people say they go 10,000 an acre, so I don't know. But it says it's 1 acre. It's awful small for 1 acre to me. She must own part of the mountain with it. But I wouldn't give no more than 1,000. The 50 acre with the pond, I mean, it's probably worth, I don't know, 50,000. So I mean, she might have $200,000 worth of property, maybe, maybe 180, 190 somewhere. You know what I mean? It's Matters if there's a big bidding war on hers itself, because that's the biggest and the best property there is. The other ones are all run down. They all need work. One needs to be destroyed and moved and gone, which everyone knows who that is. Stinkies. Hopefully I don't see him in 10 years, Toy. Hopefully I forget that name here very shortly.
Great costume. Looks like you deserve both. See you, boys. It only takes a second for an everyday item to become dangerous.
Hell, I don't think I'll make the 10.
Keep your laundry packs in a safe place and your child safer.
Shoulder hurt.
Tide Pods Tile Guard packaging.
Really, my whole arm.
Hey, baby, are you ready to
Maybe Toy, maybe. I don't know. I don't go more down towards his area. I don't go near where he hangs out. It matters what bridge he's sleeping up under. I'll tell you one thing though, if I ended up homeless, I'm headed south.
Today.
Yeah, if I was homeless, I think I'd be headed south. Making sure I'm away from the cold. Get away from the cold. Hell, I can live in my tent 50 and 60 degree weather. Can't live in my tent if it's 20 degrees outside. Yeah, well, I mean, you guys get a little cold, but I mean, it's not as cold as us, and we don't get cold as Toledo, Ohio. So, I mean, that town that I grew up in, Toledo, it's up there by Michigan line. It's nothing like getting, a couple feet a year of snow.
As a bonus, we'll include our
Wait a minute now. Blue Vaughn during his live stream that he managed a Christian band and he booked a concert in Cincinnati. When he went to tell the band about it while they were practicing, they said they were breaking up. I wonder if that's the band his sister had going. Is that what it is here right now? I don't know. My phone's over there. I can't tell you what the degrees is here right now.
Oh.
Well, it ain't been too cold here yet. They say it's coming in though. I mean, my air conditioner's still in my window.
you have no trouble finding
He's never worked anyway, Rubber.
What do we got here tonight? We're here to see some ghosts.
I saw some ghosts.
It's showtime. That's so stupid. It's not stupid, Barbara. We're ghosts. Moan louder.
Don't you all know Vaughn Hilton was here when they signed the Declaration of Independence?
Okay, Rick. Give me one night outside.
He's probably the one that wrote it out for him.
Okay, all right. Nice shooting, Dick. I assure you, Mrs. Van Houten, there is no problem with the room. It will be ready promptly at time as soon as your guests are ready. The last girl took something out of it, but he's gonna move. I need some room to put the
Guys, I'm not trying to be rude. I did just grab from my other phone. I just want to see who's playing today.
We gotta get this in the clear. Wait. I've always wanted to do this. And let's go. Okay, I'll let go single. Spangler, I want a confinement stream from you, okay? Go.
Ohio State Buckeyes.
Ohio State's next game is today at 4 p.m. when they will play Michigan State.
Okay, we don't play until 4 o'clock. And we're playing Michigan State. Y'all who heard who I like, the Ohio State Bucks. I think it's because I was born there. Honey,
What? I'm right here.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean you to bite my head off, but for one flip, I will take care of that right now for you, and you can hear it yourself. Two, it was not a domestic abuse. It was domestic violence.
Let's talk seriously. Now, for the entrapment, we're gonna have to ask you 4 biggies.
Honey, have I ever hit you?
No.
Have I ever raised my hand to you?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had no idea it'd be so much. I won't pay it. Well, that's right. We can just put it right back in there. So we certainly can.
You did hear that, right?
Thanks so much. Thank you. Hope we can help you again.
Today, the entire eastern seaboard is alive with talk of incidents of
Have I ever been in jail for domestic violence? Yes.
have been reported across the entire tri-state area.
Well, everybody has heard ghost stories.
Did I kill 2 women?
No.
No.
Vineyards about a spectral locomotive that would run.
Have I ever hit a woman?
But now, as if some
She might have got backslapped. I can't tell you if I would have backslapped her or not. I don't remember if she even got in the picture. I caught my girlfriend in the bedroom with one of my best friends, and I snapped on him.
More sightings are reported. Some maintain that the professional paranormal eliminators in New York have caused it all.
Oh.
After me hitting him about 6 or 7 times, I got 8 police officers taking me off of him. And it took 8 police officers to take me out to the car to put me in the car.
still making headlines all across the country. The Ghostbusters are at it again. This time at the fashionable dance club.
And I learned my lesson, people. Because when I came back home after I got out of jail 2 weeks later, I didn't have a fucking clean pair of underwear, a clean pair of socks. I didn't have shit. She literally stole everything out of my apartment and moved, took everything with her. And none of it was hers.
Elvis, and have you seen him lately?
I would never put a gun to my wife's head. And if I did, she'd walk out that door and never come back. I expect her to do that. No woman has to put up with that, period. What if that gun accidentally went off? You don't play with fucking guns, period. Guns are for two different things: killing and protecting. That's my book. I use it for fun, for hunting, for food, for me to eat if I have to, and I also use it for protection. Do I target practice? I have target practice, but it usually we don't. I don't call it target practicing. I call zooming in the scopes because that's mainly my target practices. Or when I'm sitting there on the range and I slide one of the bullets in it, I measure out on that scope and get it perfect and pull the trigger. And if it's dead bullseye, then I know I'm dead on. Don't even mess with the scope no more. Bullets are expensive. I'm saving as many as I can keep. These grocery stores close down and they run out of food. I got enough guns and ammo that I can go up there and take me a deer. And probably not even leave my own backyard. A deer would feed my family for a couple weeks. I mean, whoever did buy the 160 acres, 167 acres of Alice's, that would be a nice piece of property if you can afford it and if you got money to spend to develop it, maybe. I mean, what would you want to do with it? Would you want someone to clean some of the wood off? I wouldn't because then you're chasing your animals away. But do you want to put a house all the way up on the top of that mountain up there? All by itself? You got to think of the bad roads and what kind of winter we have. And, is that road going to handle your winters? No, we do not have no mason jars to whatever that word is, preserve food. What I do is if power goes off, we fire up the grill and start cooking everything. It's called Have a Feast. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be storing it. Well, it's winter's coming, so there's your main storage right there is winter. That's the good thing about winters right there. You got an outside refrigerator at all times. I always liked the winter time when I was up in Ohio because I had an upstairs bedroom and we had a little back porch there. I mean, not a porch, but the roof, part of the roof of the rest of the house. And I used it as a refrigerator. Nobody could get up there. Nobody was going to take it or touch it. Stick a 12 pack out there in the snow. Hell, drink it and it's cold all day long. It's better than a refrigerator. Well, the way I do it is if my refrigerator or freezers go out, everything in there has to be cooked right there and then. If the electric goes out, then hello gas grill. We will go out there and fire that grill up, and we will start cooking all the meats we have.
You need the bionic floodlight from Bell and Howell. The solar-powered, motion-activated, multi-directional floodlight that showers a super span of light right where you need it. Simply stake it in the yard or mount it anywhere around your home. The onboard solar panel absorbs the sun all day to energize a flood of light at night. No wires or installation frustration. Watch. The instant motion is detected. The bionic floodlight triggers 108
34 thumbs up, 25 viewers. Looks like I'm starting to lose my viewers pretty quickly here. How would you store all that deer meat for later? Well, I mean, as long as I got electricity, it goes in, it gets washed, it gets bagged up, and it drops in the deep freezer. I don't know if he uses diapers or not.
100 years. No more arriving to a dark driveway or house at night. Place them in the ground to illuminate walkways and entryways. Add illuminated lights around it or mount it to keep unwanted critters away. Adjust the panels to light your deck and your food on the grill at the same
It
time.
is my commercial time,
Without dangerous
as I
chemicals
call a
or
commercial.
nighttime neighborhood crossings.
We are sponsored by
Outdoors at night. Right out your front
Dr.
door or in the
Pepper.
Move it anywhere for any reason and in any weather, in any season. Best of all, it's backed by our exclusive Bell and Howell Bionic 10-year satisfaction guarantee. Get the Bionic Floodlight by Bell and Howell, and right now it's yours for just $29.95. But wait, call right now and you can get a second Bionic Floodlight for 50% off, and we'll even ship it to you free.
Well, people,
Here's how to order.
where we all up to today? No one's doing much of anything, huh?
So call 1-800-462-3851. That's 1-800-462.
Because Larry ain't doing much of nothing. Sitting here recording and talking to 26 people. Can't wait till Irving starts getting that eviction notice and when he starts moving. Oh, I know as soon as he starts putting stuff in the truck, I'll know it. Like we said, it is a very small community. Everybody knows everything. You want to find out something about Oneida, Kentucky? Go into the carryout, or as we call it, the gas station. Make yourself a cup of coffee. Sit down at one of the two tables right there. If you smoke cigarettes, light a cigarette up because there's no smoking law there. We got ashtrays in there. And just listen to people talk coming in and out. And then sometimes you might get lucky and them old men will sit down next to you and tell you all about it. They'll fill you in for the whole week. Who's doing what, who's doing where, everything.
Go ahead, say sorry. Taco Bell was a bit crazy with breakfast. It was too much. What you need in the morning is tasty, simple food. Fluffy eggs, melted cheese.
You say something about somebody here, within 2 hours, it's already back to that same person.
You written it, or is this part of the commercial?
I don't know. I didn't read the script. So I had to quit college to help my mom, but I never wanted to quit my dream of a career in IT.
On Coursera, you can earn Google's IT Support Professional Certificate. No prior experience needed to enroll.
My job now is amazing.
Join for free at Coursera.org.
Hi, I'm Karen. I lost 41 pounds with Golo, and I've kept it off for a full year. I've been dieting for decades. With Golo, I can enjoy my life. I don't feel like I'm restricted. I feel like I'm just living my life. The man from the EPA here to see you. He's waiting in your office.
EPA, what do you want?
I don't know. All I do know is that I've been working 2 weeks without a break, and you promised me you'd hire more help.
Yep, Larry don't do much. Lay around, watch TV.
We have no trouble finding a top flight job.
Been trying to get my YouTube stations working pretty good. Just don't know what I'm going to be talking about here shortly. I only got about a month left, it looks like, if I'm lucky. I'm on that countdown with Stinky. 'Cause once Stinky's all gone and I get that all that film gone and everything, I'm probably going to lose half my video people. So we'll have to figure something out real quick and keep you guys coming around. I kind of feel bad. I feel like sometimes I'm stepping over secular opinion because he's been doing a lot of work on Vaughn. He's got, everything since Vaughn started. And so does a couple of you others, I know. I just didn't want to, I didn't want y'all to say I'm trying to steal his glory because I'm not. Good man. I didn't mean to try to get you guys, but he's not live and I'm just trying to. Some of the videos he's posting, I'm still watching them myself. So, if someone's posting a video and it says it's live there, there's some girls on there I went and they were talking Chinese shit and I just left. I couldn't understand what they were saying, so I left. Do you guys do that kind of stuff or no? You guys have a certain spot you stay and don't move. Like I said, I'm new to YouTube, so. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going for the king's crown, no. I salute that king. If it wasn't for him, the truth would have never came out. Hell, I still have the first conversation I had with him. Yeah. Yeah, I hope he knows I'm not. And I hope they definitely know not too, because he's the king and and we know who the queen is. You know, here's a conversation. Maybe I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. And I'm sorry to bring his name up. What do you guys think about Nick? I mean, I know nothing about him. I've been watching some of his videos. I was kind of interested in the one where he was walking around and was supposed to be showing some ducks and stuff. But he just don't talk about nothing, major, nothing interesting. I mean, I'd rather watch someone tell me about an old coin or someone showing me how to cook Roman noodles.
Yes, boss, have to let you know. Okay. Love to dad. Bye. Bye.
26 viewers, 35 thumbs up. And I can't believe I did not get no one say anything about that. He's only entertainment when he's raging. Okay. See, and that's I've seen a couple of his rages too, and I keep saying, "Well, why you raging for, buddy?" I mean, there's nothing to rage about. I mean, if you're lying, you're going to get caught in your lies. You get doing something wrong, you're going to get caught at it. Open the window and see.
Hey, this is real smoked salmon from Nova Scotia, Canada. $24.95 a pound. It only cost me $14.12 after tax, though. I'm giving this whole thing as a promotional expense. That's why I invite the client.
Probably leaves blowing off the roof.
How you doing? Why don't you have some of the free? It's room temperature. You think it's too warm in here for the breeze?
Honey, it's leaves blowing off the roof.
That's all you get. And listen, maybe
Yes, Nick Bravo.
other people will join in.
I guess so.
Oh, don't move. I just gotta get the door.
I mean, if he'd come up with some other things to talk about or whatever, Nick will never unblock you, huh? Yeah, I don't watch him much. I tried to talk to him once or twice. He ignored me, so I let it be.
Anybody want to play Martini? Okay, who brought the dog?
You know, he says there's nothing to do where he lives or whatever, something, something. And I was like, well, move. It's only you, move. You can't find a good job? Move. It ain't like you got a wife and 6 kids and 3 dogs. You're a single person. That's easy to move. Load it in the back seat of the car or the van and go.
Bring yourself to the next tennis meeting. There's not supposed to be any pets in the building.
And G-Man's got you blocked too, huh? I think the only one's got me blocked is J-Dubs and Vaughn Hilton himself, so... Yep, I knew the eviction notice was going to come. It had to take a little bit of time. I don't know. I mean, he just must like to be miserable. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be miserable all the time. You know, I kind of grew up people where you're supposed to wake up in the morning, take your shower, eat your breakfast, go put your 8 hours of work in, come home. If you're single, you can go out and party, do whatever you want, as long as you paid your rent and you got food to feed you all week and you got gas money to get you back and forth to work. Then you spend your money on whatever you want. You want to go buy a bottle of Jack? You want to go spend your extra $150 at the damn bar? Then have fun, enjoy. You know, that's up to you. You work all week, you get that paycheck again, and you do it again if you want.
At Chipotle, our garlic guajillo recipe brings a whole new dimension to steak. Our most tender cuts, hand seasoned and grilled fresh, mixed with garlic and guajillo peppers.
Yeah, they could possibility. That's what I'm saying. J Dub's got the hookups there, don't he? Could be J Dub's little sister or something, or J Dub's his wife's little sister.
Crazy good. Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide my skin? Not me.
Because Dupixent targets a root cause of eczema, it helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of it.
Hide my skin? Not me.
And for kids ages 6 months and up, that means clearer skin and noticeably less itch. With Dupixent, you can change how their skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of
I don't know. Me personally, if I was single and it was just me that I had to worry about,
reactions can occur.
and I was in good shape right now, I'd be tickled pink.
Eye problems such as eye pain,
Because I go to work 8 hours a day, go do anything I want. Don't answer to nobody.
change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin,
Appreciate it,
you can show more.
OTC, but I want to go a step higher.
A breakthrough eczema treatment.
If I'm gonna go for any of them politics place things, I want the top seat. We all know where that's at, right? The White House. The day I become the president of the United States, we will paint the White House the greenhouse.
A fragrance this alluring could only be owed to a powerful trash bag.
Not really much there, OTC. Vaughn Hilton will be getting an eviction notice. It was sent clear as day. Vaughn put it out himself, and I verified the if it did happen or not. And they said yes, it did happen at court, and yes, the lawyers are filing an eviction notice on Irvy. So now Irvy's telling everybody that he is going to put the Frost and the lawyer in jail for attempted murder. Nope.
My
Treatment.
hello, hello. It's for me. Yes, I did, young lady. Yeah, that was me.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So what's going on? That's all I've heard.
All right, I'm sorry about
Well, once I heard Vaughn say it, I called, somebody that would know more than me. And there's only two people that would know more than me. My Aunt Jim and Millie, the lawyer himself, or the lawyer's secretary.
that was the preacher's wife.
Okay.
I called him.
You know what I mean? I know all three of them, so. And they would have more information than I do. Attempted murder. He's still going with eviction being a death sentence. Yes. He'll probably add that it's wintertime on there too now.
Tonight.
Okay. Just one box or two?
Well, if I make two, it's we're gonna be eating them for a long time.
Why? You think so? I don't think so, baby. Not the way you've been eating lately.
Okay, I'll make you then.
I figured one day for dinner and then the next day for, like leftovers or snacks for lunch. You can eat it for dinner at 6 and snack at 10. I don't know how you feel about eating the same thing twice in a row. You ate the chili till it's gone. I believe that. Yeah, the cold's going to get to him quickly. Living outside in the dark with just the moonlight is going to scary. Like I said, if he was really smart, Vaughn, you didn't hear this from me. If you were smart, I'd take my computer and get your friend John to send you $50 real fast. Stick it in your gas tank, every penny of it, James, and drive it to New York City and be up there with J-Dubs. Because that's about what's going to happen, buddy, old pal. You messed up. The frost ain't been all over your ass about anything. I didn't get all over your ass when I was in control of your mother's stuff, which I should have. James and Millie should have took control of everything the right way the first time, but they didn't. Now you're running your mouth on the lawyer. You have messed up. Promise. You got yourself in big heap of trouble, buddy, old pal. There you go. Well, he might want to try to take midnight with him. Well, I mean, the estate could take the truck too, people. That's why I said if it was me, I'd load everything I want and be telling J Dub, send me some money and I'm coming to see you. Hey, hook me up with one of your wife's sisters or something. Have her come over here. Give me some money to survive on.
No.
Where me and her can get a place together. What, honey?
None.
Are you saying no to me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't care if he lives in New York City.
I was saying about something else. Never mind, forget it. All right. Talk to them.
Okay. If he moves to New York City with J Dub, he can stay in New York City with J Dub.
Okay.
So, what do you guys all do all day? Just sit around and watch other people do live videos? Yeah, he might. You never know, Lawrence. Yep. Oh, I'm planning on it. OTC, I am planning on it. I have notified two of the closest neighbors to him. If any activities start happening anytime, to call me, and I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, that's fine. I mean, I know he lives up in New York somewhere, should I say, weather guy. I don't know exactly, but I mean, we don't want to go to his house anyway, and he's the one that's calling me out. So if he wants to call me out, tell me what area you live in, and I'll pick the park where you live at.
I don't think he's human.
You see what I'm saying? I don't care. What park?
What did you say your name was?
Vince Clortho, key master of Gozer.
According to this, his name is Louis Tully. Lives on Central Park West. Do you want some coffee, Mr.
Yeah, I don't care where it's at. I mean, he's in New York. He ain't going to worry about an extra 20, 30 miles somewhere.
You said before you were waiting for a sign. What sign are you waiting for?
Gozer the Traveler. He will come in one of the pre-chosen forms. During the rectification of the Baldrani, the Traveler came as a large...
I mean, him traveling 40, 50 miles to me traveling 1,300.
Many substances knew what it was to be roasted in the depths of the floor that day, I can tell you.
Egon,
Excuse me?
there's something very strange about that man. Listen, I'm
Yeah, he probably would.
feeling that something awful's gonna happen to you.
Well,
I'm afraid you're gonna die.
I'll get it.
yeah, I know. I'm.
So?
Egon, Peter,
Thanks, I've got it.
I have some news from the world of Gozer.
What is it, Peter?
I'm here with Dana Barrett. It seems the Goze has been putting some moves on my would-be girlfriend.
How is she?
I think we can get her a guest shot on Wild Kingdom. I just whacked her up with about 300 cc's of Thorazine. She's gonna take a little nap now.
But, she says she's the gatekeeper. Does that make any sense to you? Some. I just met the keymaster. He's here with me now. Oh, wonderful. We have to get these two together. I think that would be extraordinary.
Yeah, I would probably say I'm a good
I'll be there in a little while. Good.
20 hours away.
We have to find Ray. I need him here immediately.
I don't know. I'd have to look at the route and exactly where he's at. It takes me 5.5, 6 hours to get from here to Toledo. That's my home city. Usually took us 6 hours to drive it through the daytime, but at night we can do it in 5.5. And just hope there ain't a state trooper sitting there.
Yeah.
Well, it's the truth. It's what we did.
Go ahead. It's also scuff resistant.
You got pulled over and got a ticket. But I know what he drove through everywhere. Slow down for the big cities and the out of towners and the in towners. The open fields, go.
I would say something, but I don't want you to get my idea. So I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
nothing.
Don't give me no ideals, baby.
I'm not. I got one. But I'm not.
Okay.
Really, I got a pretty good one, but
Well, talk to me later about it. And
no, I'm not gonna talk to you later about it.
okay.
I don't want you to do it, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Is my black cord still plugged in?
Oh shit, I know. Yeah. This the big one, yeah. The other one, the
Had to put some power onto the laptop, people.
Today is a great day
I see why. 2.5 hours, 26 people, 37 thumbs up. So nobody's doing nothing, huh?
Stay tuned to get this ultra non-stick bakeware set free from Granite Stone. Get ready for a kitchen full of the most durable.
Yeah, I mean, if you all want to become friends with me on Facebook, I'm not too shy on Facebook. I am Larry Frost. It says I'm from Toledo, Ohio, living in Oneida, Kentucky. You can see my face. Same pictures on the screen. Just, when you come in there, you're going to come in with your real name and tell me tell me what you go by, and that way I can see that you've been on and I know who you are. And hopefully I don't get you confused with somebody else.
Dollar value, yours free. That's an incredible 20-piece Granite Stone food set. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-489-2110. That's
What are these
1-800-489-2110
mine?
or visit granitestoneblue.com.
Todd, I don't know why we don't have a friend's request between us. I think you blocked me.
Could be.
Let's be real. Because you're the only one that I see that I cannot accept as a friend.
You're ready for a total money management solution? Then download the Rocket Money app today.
He's been saying I'm going to jail. Which one am I going to jail for this week, Wilson? Is it for stealing his mom's money?
Ow.
Or is it because I posted a video that I shouldn't have?
What?
Or is it because I am now putting his life in danger by handing him a eviction notice? Let me know that one, Wilson, and I'll tell you what's on about that. For one, he can't prove that I've took any money from his mother because I haven't. Two, what was the second? I don't even remember what the second word was now. Yeah, I've never took no money from her. I don't want her money. I don't need her money. I stole his inheritance. Is that the 2 million that he spent 3 years before? That he said that he found that was his $2 million inheritance from his daddy, and that he has been using it for gasoline all across Kentucky to see his kids. I have not stole his mom's inheritance or his dad's inheritance or nobody's inheritance. And the lawyers of the estate and the judge both know that. So, no, I did not steal his inheritance. Nobody stole his inheritance. He gets no inheritance. His inheritance is $250 a month as long as the money's there. And I kind of think that's wrong. I don't think it should be until it's not theirs no more, because that means all three of the kids have to be 21. So he can collect off the youngest girl and Jerry's money. He could be drawing $250 a month off their money until they turn 21. So yeah, there's a lot of things I'd change. Wilson, I cannot talk about that last one that you asked me. All I can tell you is no, not at all. I gave her more love in one day than he gave her all of her whole life, his life. Yes, man, we did turn them over. We definitely turned them over.
Excuse me, just where do you think you're going?
I'm hoping I get to turn my room around. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with these houses and everything. Because, like I said, if they don't fix my place up, then I'm going to start looking for a place to live. Well, he mentions my name a lot because I was power of attorney or power of the estate or power or whatever. I mean, I controlled his mom's money. I controlled the bank accounts. His responsibility was to take her to see her doctors every 3 months, to go over there and make sure she's eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, and that she gets her pills in the morning and at night. That was his job. My job was to make sure there's food in the house for her to eat because I am control of the money. All her bills are paid in full, not $1 behind, not 5 cents behind. Paid in full. James, mine ain't on floppy disk receipts. Mine's all on paper. I can prove mine. Can you? People, he had in charge of it. Miss Alice asked him or wanted him to take charge of it. He had charge of it for about 5 months. I was out of the picture. I mean, I visited her, I talked to her, but I never asked her about her bills. I never, hey, is he paying your bills? None of that's none of my business. That's what you wanted. Middle of January, she called me and says, Larry, hi, honey, what you doing? I was like, nothing. How you doing? She goes, I'm running into some kind of problems. I was like, what's wrong? She goes, I got a final notice on my phone bill. You got a what? A final notice? How are you getting a final notice on your phone bill? Honey, I'll be over there in a few minutes. Her phone bill wasn't paid in 3 straight months. Her AARP has been off for over 5.5 months. Yes, it was a big mistake on giving him any responsibilities at all. He never, the whole 2 years, took her to one doctor's appointment. He's telling everybody that I let his mother get the jab. Oh, I don't know if we can talk about that, but his mom went and seen the doctor. Her doctor for the last 45 years that she's lived here. Hell, he could have been the doctor when she was born. His age he looks. But that's her family doctor. He's the one that's going to give her any medicines or anything that he thinks she needs. That's her doctor. If my doctor says, Larry, you need to take this pill every day, guess what? I'm taking that pill every day because he's telling me to. He's my doctor. He's keeping me alive. You know, he complained about the cameras. James, yeah, Stinky, I hope you do catch a ear of this. You complain about the cameras. Do you remember who called the ambulance when your mom fell the first time? About a year before this? James, do you remember the person that yelled and screamed at you because you were giving your mother her breakfast pills at noon at her lunch meal and then coming over there at 4 o'clock and feeding her and giving her night pills? The camera, James, the camera. James, you just need to learn to stay off the camera. Or just you and J Dubs. You guys don't need to go live. You guys can do your own little personal private chat somewhere. You need to keep everyone's names out of your mouth. Stinky. Sorry, buddy. You better go live with J Dubs because sounds like Kentucky's about ready to throw you out and put you away if you don't watch what you're doing. You say you're going to put the frost away? Sounds like you're going away to the loony bin. They are making a room for you right now, buddy, old pal. All nice and padded. Well, Sydney, I thought he could handle it. I mean, what is it going over there and throwing her two TV dinners and warming them up and, giving them to her while she's sitting in her chair where she can sit and eat. And I mean, she still had energy. She was still able to get up and go potty on her own. We brought the phones to her. Her new phone wasn't so hot because she had problems answering it. So I switched phones where she had it a lot easier. When she picked it up, she could say hello. She didn't have to push the talk button or nothing. Most of her breakfasts were from me, not really from me, but I bought. She liked bananas for breakfast. She loved eggs for breakfast. She liked chocolate donuts. And then one of them three is usually one of her breakfasts. Mm. 27 viewers watching me now. We've had 37 here. Sorry, Todd. I just seen you right before you blinked out. Unless that was a long time ago, because there's a lot of them here. Oh, probably is gonna start crying. I don't know about crying, but I think he's gonna go a lot of yelling and screaming. Like I really said, I'm honest. I mean, I hope I hope he don't do this, but I hope if he was a smart person in my book, I would get me $50 from J Dubs and tell J Dubs, hey, I'm coming up to visit you. Make room for me, buddy. That or over to Solar Marshalls.
Get more from your Spectrum TV service with on-demand programming. Action, comedy, docs, drama, romance, reality, sci-fi. Spectrum On Demand has it all. Access more than 80,000 shows, movies, and more anytime. It's easy to search
A
by
free
genre.
trailer plus $250 a month seems pretty fair deal for Vaughn Hilton. Do I have the facts correct?
There's nothing glamorous about migraines.
No, because he don't have a free trailer.
But I finally found relief with Nurtec ODT. It's the only
His son and his two daughters got a free trailer.
all in one. Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. Most common side effects.
Vaughn Hilton's property is not Vaughn Hilton's property. It is his three kids. Whoever controls the kids controls the estate, the way I would take it. Or the state controls it, should I say. Right now, it's the lawyer because he's the one that's doing all the proceedings on figuring out what they want to do. If they're going to try to keep the properties intact, fix them up, keep renters in them, keep money coming in, or do they sell all the properties, put all the money in the trust fund, and wait for the kids to turn 21 and hand 33.3% to them? Yeah, he's living in a trailer free right now. He's been for the last 35 years almost.
Pretend that I don't know anything about metallurgy, engineering, or physics, and just tell me what the hell is going on. You never studied.
Because we couldn't make him pay rent, Wilson. That's Alice's son.
That was designed and built expressly for the purpose
And she didn't charge him rent.
of spiritual turbulence.
She didn't charge him nothing. She paid the bills for him to live there.
She's not my
Well, now that she's passed on,
I find her
we don't pay them bills no more. And everything's being shut down.
She barks, she drools, she claws.
In the will, he gets $250 a month.
Something terrible is about to enter our world, and this building is obviously the door. The architect's name was Evil.
His three children get it all.
He was also a doctor. Performed a lot of unnecessary surgery. Then in 1920, started
The trailers,
Let me guess.
all three trailers or all four trailers and the house is controlled right now by the lawyer of the estate. Not James Hilton, not James Frost, not Larry Frost.
They conducted rituals of
The lawyer of the estate
the world, and now it looks like it
carries the holder. He is to do everything in the best interest of Alice Hilton. He has her will. He is proceeding with what the will says.
Now we actually going to go before a federal judge and say that some moldy Babylonian god has dropped in on Central Park West and start tearing up the city.
You know, I really wish I could have had time to change it. I wouldn't have had him receive nothing.
Okay, Ghostbusters. Mayor wants to see you guys. Rhode Island's going crazy. Let's go. I got a bunch of
Not received. Well, he ain't going to get no eviction notice on Saturday. When was the court date? The 5th? So 6th, 7th. No, I'm thinking Monday or Tuesday somewhere. This is slow Kentucky. It'll take you a few days. Nope, but it's going to be coming soon there, Wilson. He will be getting it really soon. Don't know what day it will say or anything. I won't know until I call somebody, and that somebody gives me the exact date that this is all supposed to happen down. I will start circling the house, camping out in front of the church over there, and I don't think I'll be able to get close enough to Vaughn's face when all this goes down. I'm gonna be lucky to even get anywhere near the property.
You might talk to me.
Yeah, maybe I should get a flower or something, baby, and pin it on you that's got a camera in it, huh? Where you can record everything.
I didn't say I was going to record him. I just said
Oh,
that
okay.
he might talk to me because
Okay.
I'm not a threat. Maybe you should get Marshall to do that.
Will you do a live reaction to Vaughn Hilton or J Dub? No. 22 viewers, 38 thumbs up. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a break for a while. Oh, after the court date? Well, you know his court dates he's usually doing inside his house on his camera. He's doing whatever, however they do that shit. That's how he's been doing it for the last 6 months to a year now. He ain't even left the house. Hell, he ain't seen his kids live in over a year. I don't care if I had to walk to Manchester. I'd get there to see my kids.
What he means is Old Testament, Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone coming down from the sky.
People, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get ready for this football game to come on. I'm going to take a bathroom break and maybe get lunch in me and get ready for my game. Y'all have a good and safe day. I'll try to get a little live out tomorrow. See if we get any news. Later, peace out.